What's going on, Fortnite fans? My name's TheNotable, and this is ThatDenverGuy. In this video, I'll be playing 20 games of Fortnite with ThatDenverGuy, and if you've never seen him before, make sure to check him out with a link in the description. And if you're watching this video on the day it's released, we're also going to be playing in the Boomer Cup. Check the description for the information to watch us there. But right now, we're gonna hop into game number 1, and we're gonna get started with some sweaty sands. We decided to drop 20 times together, not only to provide some entertainment for you, but also to learn each other's playstyles so we can play better in the Boomer Cup. And we figured what better place to warm up than sweaty sands. It gets pretty sweaty pretty quick. Sweaty sands is tied with dirty docks for the most chests on the entire map in chapter 2, so obviously a lot of people come here. And once those players realized that there were 2 famous Fortnite YouTubers about, they definitely wanted to get in the video. Too bad it's only footage of them dying. That was definitely not the last of them though, and on the ground I'm really not gonna be much help. And by this point Mr. Denver was suffering from severe internal hemorrhaging, so he didn't live much longer. But now in game 2 we're dropping Lazy Lake, another location known for its incredibly high murder rate. Sometimes early on in a game when I hear other people coming after me, I'll fire a warning shot with my shotgun. This time it didn't work though, and the other player pushed me, and then obviously started taunting me. But thankfully that Albuquerque guy wasn't gonna let him have his fun and shot him through a window. Thank you. I died, but that Oakland guy's used to combat in the streets and handled it perfectly. He then brought me back to life in Misty Meadows using black magic, and Misty Meadows ended up being completely unlooted, so I was able to gear up like nothing ever happened. After that, we just lived a peaceful life as the circle closed around us. This one was gonna end by the damn near slurpy swamps, and we were playing against some players who could build, so we were up pretty high. We held the high ground exceptionally well. However, the other team did have rockets, and I fell from pretty high up and broke my pelvis. And that boulder guy literally had no materials, so he fell too and we lost. You know, after Misty Meadows was so kind to us in game 2, game 3 we decided to go right back in. We did run into a couple other guys, but that's nothing a tactical shotgun can't fix. Oh wow, we're in the storm. How rare for Fortnite Chapter 2. I mean, there's just so much mobility. Oh, and did you know you can fish with the harpoon gun? It's so quick. That Seattle guy let me know. Anyway, after running in the storm for 3 hours, we finally made it to safety, but it was Lazy Lake, so we got attacked immediately. During the fighting, that Frisco guy went down, but I had a gold pump, so we handled it. We'll be fine. Just stay calm. We were able to use a boat to safely get out of the storm and live. I'm honestly a little surprised. And you gotta remember I got a gold pump and a purple scar, so once we got out of that tobacco, we went straight back to killing. By this point, there were 3 other players other than us, and I used my gold pump and purple scar to take out 2 of them. Now there's only 1 guy left. I just hope we don't mess this up. But at the end of the day, it was 2-on-1 and the other player was insanely low. I killed him with 1 shot, and we won. First win in the first 3 games. I was so happy I danced for both of us. We're gonna drop in as Banana Boys in game 4. You know, there aren't really any jungle locations on the map right now, so we just dropped Frenzy Farm. For now, it's a banana plantation. Frenzy Farm is fine. It's no fatal fields, but I guess they tried, and I'm not sure how, but we dropped a fairly central location and still had to run to the safe circle through the storm. And apparently so did half of the lobby, so now we're caught up in a pretty terrible spot. I had a guy building on me and was getting shot from a couple different angles, and this is not good. I bruise easily. One was able to get into my box, and I put a trap on the wall and did some damage, but it didn't kill him. Then while trying to keep him in my box, the trap never reset. Just takes a long time now or something, I don't know. That banana guy was already down, and once I fell into the water, I didn't last much longer. And now we're dropping the orchard north of Frenzy Farm. It's that orchard guy's favorite location. And I can see why. There's quite a lot of wood and quite a lot of loot. A nice place to raise a family. I purchased this shotgun to protect my family, but unfortunately, my building isn't good enough, and I died. Game 6 were just a couple of defaults going Wailing Woods. Weeping Woods. Dang it. Fortnite, you can try to appease me with Weeping Woods, but it's just not the same! Anyway, we ran into some fighting. We are a couple of defaults. They thought they could kill us, but they can't. And while pattering towards safety, we made it to Lazy Lake. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Just kidding! It's time to fight! Woohoo! We fought hard, but that default guy went down. I tried to save him, but couldn't. Game 7, we dropped Dirty Docks. Like I said earlier, it's tied with Sweaty Sands for the location with the most chests. We were football skins and ran into some football skins, and of course, showed him who's best. And then that pokey guy pokeyed all over him. However, we dropped Dirty Docks. That's on the edge of the map, so we had to run well over 100 yards to safety, and were attacked by a fake default skin who killed me. And then he killed that Denver guy. This is game 8, if you couldn't already tell by looking at our faces. We decided to drop Steamy Stacks. It's like the only place on the whole map with mobility, and we were tired of running from the storm. And by this point, we were used to each other's play style and played exceptionally well in the early game. Steamy Stacks is a fantastic location. Once you're done looting, all you gotta do is hit one of the cooling towers and you can fly anywhere. Well, anywhere in the near nearby area. The ironic thing is we dropped steamy stacks for the extra mobility and didn't really have to use it because the safe circle was right nearby. I also had a purple tactical shotgun, which is probably my favorite shotgun in the game right now. The pumps just ain't as good. And after using my purple tac to end this player's dreams, now it's a 2 versus 1 in the final circle. That high ground guy was up above and I was down below with a rocket. And we won! We're feeling pretty good for that Boomer Cup, which again is happening the same day that this video releases. So if you're watching it when it's fresh, go check us out. It's all in the link in the description. Game 9, we dropped Misty Meadows. It's been nice to us in the past. This time it wasn't the nicest, but no matter what, we're leaving with at least 1 kill. And 1 kill is all we got. You're darn tootin' we're going with a Western theme. There aren't any Western type locations, but we decided to go Salty Springs. It's basically the Wild West. It got real salty real fast in the crack house, but as you know, I've done this a couple times. Pay attention here, we got another pro tip. One interesting thing about the harpoon gun is it will instantly take out a fully built wooden wall. So you can combo it up with a rocket launcher like this to take out people inside of a box. The harpoon and rocket combo can really take people by surprise. I was able to get another hit here. Anyway, I'm all alone in the final circle against 2 other players. Let's see how it goes. The circle was moving up a mountain and I had the bright idea of jumping down to kill one and yeet him into the storm. However, now I'm at the bottom of a mountain when the storm was approaching, so I didn't last much longer. Game 11, we've got another steamy stacks drop, and as you can see, I forgot to change my glider. That guy from that one city in Colorado went down, but I killed both of his attackers. I rebooted him in the final circle. Never leave a man behind. Not only that, but I gave him a rocket launcher and purple burst assault rifle. I'm great. He went down again, but it's fine, because I killed his attacker, and then died myself. Yep, we're going steamy stacks again. We seem to like it. We'll probably go there for the Boomer Cup. This time we were completely alone. Didn't have to kill anybody, though we wanted to. Our first fights were in a smaller circle near Salty Springs. It was gonna get interesting. Unfortunately, we spent a little too much time fighting and not enough time running from the storm. We got ourselves into this mess, and we deserved what happened to us. Game 13, we went with dinosaur skins, because we're both boomers. We dropped Slurpy Swamp. Whatever. Epic Games must know we're making a video together because this time the safe circle was right over Slurpy Swamp. That boomer guy went down, but both of his attackers were busy looting up his estate, so I was able to edit through the wall and take out both of them. However, now it's a 2 versus 1 and it went about as well as you might expect. And we've got a good theme this time. We dropped in as Red Knight and Black Knight, and in the northwestern portion of the map there's a little castle. It got a little interesting, but I used my green tactical shotgun to conquer the castle. Unfortunately, while trying to get to Denver, I picked him up by accident and he died in my arms. No! I went all the way to Holly Hedges to reboot him. Sweaty Sands was too sweaty. Of course, when you reboot a player, it makes a ton of noise, and these thirsty soccer skins wanted a piece, and they got one. Game 14 was quite the wild ride, and it didn't end great, as you can see. No way we're losing this one. We got half A. Nah, we lost. I'm very ashamed. All you gotta know about Game 16 is that I died in the final circle, but that vengeance guy avenged me. So now the man's playing a 1 versus 1 versus 1 in the final circle. He's basically playing solos. And here, one of the other 2 guys went down, so now it's a 1 versus 1. The circle was getting small, but that pro guy had the high ground and used his tactical shotgun and P90 to win the game. I think we got at least one more win in us, especially if I got this Denver guy on my team. We had a rough start in Game 17 at Craggy Cliffs, but the fish prevailed. Good thing we have legs, because we're gonna do a lot of jog into this circle. And after what felt like a marathon, now it's time to fight. But I'm so tired. I was killed by a ninja skin while the storm overtook us. And that fish guy really tried, but didn't make it. After that one, we decided to go Misty Meadows, hoping for a nice relaxing game of Fortnite. Of course, we got none of that. Almost instantly, things started exploding. I was going in overconfidently to kill this player that was left on 2 health, but whiffed my pump shot, and then when I went for the pickaxe, I got killed. It was just as hot for that Nogops guy, and unfortunately, right as I started spectating, I missed all the action. Of course, there was more action for some reason. This is the hottest Misty Meadows has ever been or ever will be. He was really close. That wizard lived with 7 health. Game 19, we're dropping in with whatever this thing is. We both have them. Why we decided to go Lazy Lake, I'll never know. It was almost certainly going to end with some pain. However, I had a gold tactical shotgun, so I was pretty much invincible. That Demogorgon guy went down, but again, thanks to my gold tactical shotgun, I was able to kill his attackers. I decided to reboot him right inside of Lazy Lake. This is gonna go great. We got instantly attacked, but now I had a gold scar and gold tack, so I was fine. I don't know who would ever want to come to Lazy Lake. It gets crazy here. If I didn't have this gold tack, I would have died a long time ago. Now it's a perfect 2 versus 2 in the final circle, and the other players have the high ground, but we're gonna try to change that. Oh yeah, we got the high ground, and then we got that win. Not bad for a couple of boomers. All right, this is the last one. Game 20. going steamy stacks. Denver, I know you're watching this, and I just want to personally say thank you for all of the time you spent playing Fortnite with me. This took us about 7 hours. By the end, we were definitely tired, but we had a lot of fun and killed a lot of guys, and I think we're definitely ready for that Boomer Cup. I mean, here in Game 20, we made it to a 2 vs 2 in the final circle. Again, we played well, holding the high ground, until of course someone shot us with a rocket launcher. And after that, I'm really not sure what happened. It was all so fast. I got lasered and died. And that Denver guy put forth his best effort for an honorable 2nd place. That's it for the Drops Fortnite fans. Again, if you've never seen that Denver guy, make sure to go check out his videos. I've posted a link to him in the video description. Also, make sure to go support us in the Boomer Cup. Again, that's happening today, at least if you're watching this video when it's fresh. I just want to say thank you to that Denver guy one last time, and stay notable. I'll see you in the next one.